Hello,
Hello,
hello, hello, and welcome back to the pod. How are you?
welcome back. I'm really good. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Look at us with our mics, with our
I know,
microphones.
literally, I feel like, I mean, what an upgrade. Bloody
I
hell, me
know,
and
we're so.
technology, eh? Bet you
I
never thought
know.
you saw that coming.
Honestly,
Did
the
you?
tutorials have been tutorialing. Leona has been doing her absolute utmost to what would you say, come into the 21st century today.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, honestly, 10 out of 10. I'm really a round of applause for you, my friend. A round of applause. Deserve it. You
Thank you
deserve all the
so much.
flowers.
I feel like everyone in the IT department back in from school back at
Hmm.
St. Martin's would be delighted right now
Be very
because
proud.
yeah, and so would friends. So would
Yeah,
friends
I'm a
like
friend.
my
I'm
IT
very proud.
friends. Yeah, well, yeah, like because you're IT as well. Do you know what I mean? Like you're very good at tech, but like I feel like everyone who's ever met me will be delighted that I've been able to sort this out. Yeah, with your help, I must say. So
No, no,
thank
no,
you
no, no.
very
You did
much.
it. You did a
Thank you for your
valiant job.
patience. Thank you.
Oh,
How are you feeling post Wales? Because I do want to say very quickly, because we've got a really, really good topic to talk about today.
yeah, we do.
But I was going to ask you very quickly, how did you enjoy Wales? Because you came to Wales, didn't you, a couple of weeks
I
ago? Did you
did.
have the
Came to
best time?
Wales. I had the best time. The best time ever.
Yay.
Honestly, and I'm not just saying this because you're my friend and I love you. I could honestly see myself living there. And that's not something I thought I would think after a week or whatever, but I spent a bit of time in Wales in my undergrad doing field work. The fact that I used to do that really I find quite funny. But anyway, I had never spent much time there, but coming and visiting you and meeting the people and being in
Mm.
the environment. And we did quite a lot of Wales because it was lovely. Ruth Douglas and I, friend of the pod, Ruth Douglas, came to visit
Woo
you.
woo.
And we obviously had our lovely girly weekend. And then Ruth and I went up to North Wales and went camping and did Mount Snowdon.
Mm.
And it was just everything about Wales, the people, the landscape. Because I mean, you and I speak about that a lot, about that sort of we love going back home to our respective countries because the landscape is different and it's more rugged, and it just, yeah,
Yeah.
I felt really at peace and at home in Wales. So I would recommend it
Oh,
to anyone. Not only that, it's beautiful and the food's fantastic. So I had a great
yeah.
time.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, there we go. You'll be my neighbor soon, hopefully. There we go.
Hopefully that would be great. That would be great. I wouldn't mind that.
Ah,
And
well,
how have
what are
you
we
been
talking?
since our trip post Wales?
I've been amazing. I've been really good. I've been, you know me, I've got, you plan your week and you're like, right, this is what's going to happen this week. And then sometimes it takes like a little
A little
meander
wiggle,
around
a
the
little
way. So you just, yeah, a
meander.
little wiggle. So we
Yeah,
just go in with that. So it's
yeah.
very exciting. And I feel very lucky. I feel so lucky with this weather.
I
Oh my
know.
goodness. Like I'm literally
It's
doing this in the
sublime.
garden. Like it's amazing.
Yeah.
Love it. I literally love it. So
Oh,
yeah,
I
no,
wish I had
I'm
a
feeling really
garden
great.
to record in.
I'm feeling oh, sorry.
No,
Sorry.
I'm saying it.
Come
I'm
to
like,
Wales.
I might just come to Wales for a few episodes.
No, I'm all good, thank you. I'm good. I was gonna ask, what are we talking about? Like what do you want to tell everybody what we were talking about this just before we
So,
recorded?
so this week, lads, we decided that what we were going to do was chat about what it's like being an actor when you're off.
Mm,
Because I guess you and I have kind of had conversations like this recently where people say to you, "Oh, are you still doing that? Oh, that's great. You're still an actor." And it's that
yeah.
kind of idea of, yes, even if I'm not working, I'm always an actor. And
Yeah. I think it's a really important thing to talk about really because I know we've mentioned before, like, like you're always working and you're always kind of being an actor. But I think, yeah, you're right. Like it's that, and I don't want to say bugbear, but it's that like presumption, that assumption that you are not an actor because you might be doing four or five other jobs as well. Like, yeah, I'm an actor, but I do like cover supply in schools, in like real schools. Then I'm a workshop facilitator as well. When I don't do that, I do blooming like role play, like like a like medical role play, just
Yeah.
to sort of iron that out. So it's loads of different kind of like things, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you're constantly doing like lots of different jobs and
Yeah, totally. And even,
like balancing
like
that,
I'm mine are not as fun. I would say
you
as
are.
yours. Like we're dog walking, we're house sitting, we're doing people's nails. It's just
Yeah,
these are the things that we do because obviously, like
yeah.
everybody else, you need to make ends meet. But that doesn't mean
And we're both, well, I was gonna say we're both writing as well. Like we're both
exactly.
writing.
Hmm.
You produce, I direct,
Yeah.
and we're also podcasters. So
Yeah.
yes, because I think I was, like
Multi-hyphenated
people sort of
individuals, so
sometimes
we
say to
are.
me, yeah, exactly, exactly. And so when people say, oh, yeah, do you still do the podcast? I don't know. It's only ever out of being nice and kind of being curious. But I'm
Yeah.
like, yes, I want to reassure everybody we are still doing the
Yeah, we are
podcast
still doing
and we
the
are
podcast.
very much actors, singers, writers, directors,
Yeah.
producers, creatives.
Yeah.
And I think it's an important thing to say because sometimes I think when you maybe haven't, I don't know, like maybe if you've been out of work a little bit, you
Mm.
kind of sometimes start to that self doubt sometimes creeps in, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So I think owning that and being like, yeah, no,
Yeah.
screw it. Like I am those
Yeah,
things,
you are
definitely.
still those things. And I think it's a really interesting interview with Jessica Chastain, but she was speaking about how even when you're not necessarily a working actor, you have to do something. And I need to take my own advice on this as well, but even when you're in the sort of off season and you might have things coming up or you don't know what might come up, you have to do something every single day that makes you feel like an actor
Yeah.
because I think as well when you're like you're saying necessary not necessarily working or things just haven't really quite gone your way, you've had a few auditions but nothing's really moving and things. I think every single one of us can get into a mindset of oh no, and is this how it's going to continue, and it's really hard I think to keep your brain intact in those moments of where there's maybe not as much going on, but you have to do something every single day that makes you feel like an actor because it's for your own mental being as well.
I think so. And I think it's important to say as well that those things could be there's a variation, isn't there? Like it's not like, oh, it doesn't necessarily what we don't I don't think we necessarily mean it could be read a Meisner technique book.
Oh my
It
gosh,
could
yeah.
be
Read a
read,
play.
read a play. It could be take some acting classes or take some singing classes or a dialect coach. It could be those things. But it
It could
also
be go
is
to a yoga class, go and people
yes,
watch.
exactly. It is kind of people
So
watching.
many
It is
things.
doing your other job. It is living your life, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's really important. I think is advice that I think probably the last couple of years at times have forgotten, even though like I know it
Mm.
and what that actually really means and it properly means like letting go, like not being like not checking my I'm terrible for it. Like I check my emails. Like if I send an email,
All
I'm
the
like
time.
waiting for that response.
Yeah.
Just let it go. As soon as you sent it, let it go.
Yep.
Literally let it go. And then and really enjoy your life because I think otherwise like it becomes so easy very quickly to be all consuming and you're thinking constantly about your like your acting or your kind of
Mm.
auditions and things like that and your castings and wanting to be seen by the reality is that now we're in middle of July. It's a bit quieter, like it's a bit quieter. It gives us a bit of time, but you're just about going to start, well, you already are in pre-production for your next job,
Yeah.
your musical. And I've
Yeah.
been in pre-production for my next job. I mean, my next job is not a performing job, it's a directing gig, which I'm really excited to do. But I've kind of been focusing on that, and for me, like that gives me like a huge creative like lift because
Yeah.
even though maybe I'm not performing it this time, like I'm still storytelling, and like
Mhm.
and I know you feel the same. I
Yeah,
think,
totally.
do you
'Cause
feel the same even when like you're producing and stuff as
oh
well?
gosh, yeah, because well, Strange Ken, myself, Gorgeous Dana, and Gorgeous Danielle, we're a wee team, and we're putting on a scratch night in the Drayton Arms in August. Is it 17th and 18th of August, 16th and 17th of August? Some of those days. But we're putting on 2 nights in the Drayton Arms, and oh God, we've been so lucky because we put out this call out, and you never really know how call outs are going to go. But the
No.
response that we have had is overwhelming. We've had so many scripts to read, so many talented people have come forward with their work, with their ideas. And that's a really vulnerable and scary thing as well. And knowing that people want to come and share the things that they want to create, that's so much fun. It's so incredible. And it's
Mm.
so exciting to help someone want to put on a piece of a show that they haven't put in front of an audience yet, want to test out a new funky piece of lyrical movement that they've been trying to put together. It's exciting. And I think that's the excitement of producing is testing out the waters, really.
Mm.
Um, yeah, so it's cracking, and even we get to do this, and I think we've had a bit of I guess a hiatus purely because we've both been busy feeding into other things, and we said
Yeah.
that the pod is always something that we want to add to our creative repertoire, but it's not something that necessarily has to take over, because sometimes we want it to be front and foremost, and sometimes we want it to be a bit more chilled, and we might not have as much time to sit and edit and do all the things that we want to do with it. So it's just juggling.
It's juggling and even, editing, like you said, which, you are an amazing editor, but it's also even just getting us together, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
in a space. I mean, we don't even sit in the same space anymore. Like when I remember when we first started talking about like, would this be possible? Like, would we be able
Yeah.
to do like online records? And we always talked about getting a mic, like, and then look, here we are. We've done it online.
Mhm.
I've managed to plug my own mic in.
I know.
Hey.
So honestly, I'm
And
so happy and proud of you for doing that. That is the biggest thing that could have happened this week.
Yeah, I mean, but anything's possible. That will teach me, like, even when I'm, doubting myself with my technology skills,
Mhm.
anything is possible. So if I can do that, anyone can do anything. Like, there's no
Anyone, if
excuse.
you can do that, anyone can do anything.
Yeah, yeah, I'm all for that. But I think, yeah, to recap, please don't ever think like, oh gosh, like, because it happens to me, not all the time, but it will happen to me sometimes. Like, say sometimes, I don't know, like I've bumped into someone when I'm in back in like my hometown,
Mm.
and someone will bump into me, and it'll be like a family friend or like a friend of one of my siblings, and they'll be like, oh, so do you still do act? Or someone I used to go to school with, someone maybe like that. Um and they'll be like, and they mean well. It absolutely, everyone means well, I know that. But the question will be, oh, so do you still do it? Like, or do you not do, or what do you do now? Because we haven't seen you in anything, we haven't seen you on the telly or whatever.
Mm.
And I think people mean well, of course they do, but the amount of work that goes into being a creative and a full-time creative as well, like, to be a full-time creative for sometimes months, sometimes years, but more often than not, it is years. You are juggling so many other things, and you might be juggling things for the rest of your career. Like even if you get, to be like a household name and things like that, like you still might be, probably will be juggling things.
Yeah.
But I think, yeah, I think I don't mean that in a horrible, like negative way. Like I know people mean well, but
Mm.
sometimes you can't help the human being inside of you. Sometimes, like, can't help but think, oh well, yeah, of course I'm an actor, like of course I am.
Yes,
But
I am.
I think it's very normal, is what I'm saying. Is sometimes is if that sort of triggers something in you, and your like little neurons in your brain are going, oh, but am
Oh
I
my
an
God.
actor?
Yeah.
Like,
Self-doubt, I think
yeah, yeah,
there
yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
I've never met an actor who is self-assured in that way, because I mean we can't be. If
You
you're not
can't, no.
creating the work, you're waiting on the work.
Yeah.
And
And
that's
also to be
okay.
vulnerable. Yeah, you're totally right. Like you can't, and you can't wait. You can, but like
Or
why
you
would
drive
you
yourself
when
insane. You
actually,
would absolutely drive
yeah.
yourself insane.
But why would you though also when you've got so many options? Like you can diversify and do other things as well. Like no one's saying you have to quit like the thing that you love more than anything.
No.
You can go off and you can do other things as well. And we've talked about that loads on the pod, haven't we? Like we've
Yeah.
talked about all the other things that we do, that like ideas. And I think one of the most exciting things for me is I love directing, but I love like writing and directing as well. Like, watching something that you brought to life, like,
Mhm.
happen.
Makes
Yeah,
me
and I
happy.
know you feel the same. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
So
I think
I
I
think
think
we've
I think
done
with yeah, well, I
pretty
think there's
well.
more to talk about this. There's more to talk about this, I think, in a wider conversation. But I wanted to bring that up, I think, this week, just because I think it's just like a reassurance, I suppose, to like other people who might be feeling that way. you know, like if you've just come out of drama school or if you're about to leave drama school and you're thinking, shit, like what am I
Yeah.
doing? Like, you know,
Yeah.
like but I just think just go for it. Just live your life. Live your life and do
Live
what makes you happy
your
because
life. Yes,
life is
do what gives you
precious.
peace. Just do what gives you peace.
Yes,
Because,
I think
like you
so.
say, life is precious and we deserve to live our minutes. So enjoy it while you can.
Amen. Love
Amen.
that.
Amen to that. Bit of wisdom on the pod. Bit of wisdom on the pod.
We've missed that. I've missed that. Come on, we've
I
missed
think
that.
I've just missed this. This has been brilliant. And hey, look, we've done
Well,
something that made us feel like actors today, so we must be doing something
yes.
right.
Well, this is the thing, and we're gonna see each other this weekend at
We
some
are indeed.
point.
We are
Um,
indeed.
and there'll be some more. I was gonna say some more shiz and gigs coming. So yeah,
Some
like
more
I think so.
shiz, some more gigs,
Yeah, shiz.
perhaps some
Yeah,
more
yeah.
glitter, perhaps some
Yes.
glam.
That would be nice. That would
That
be
would be
nice. It
nice.
would be nice to do a podcast episode and me actually sort my face out and do a bit of makeup, I
You
feel.
always look
So yeah.
fantastic. Your face is
Thank you.
phenomenal.
No,
So,
I thank you. I like my face. I'm comfortable and I love my face, but sometimes I just like a bit of mascara and I always think sometimes when I'm on the way to recording with you, sometimes I think, Christ, like let's sort my technology out before I worry about my mascara. So it would be nice to kind of like calmly arrive and be
I
like, do you know
know.
what?
Ugh,
Yeah. I
I
forgot
know.
to tell you as well. I've got one more thing. Have I got time to tell you?
I think
Have I got
so.
we're
Go.
still on. We're still on. I've got time. Right. So I have decided, and I'll tell you really quick. I've decided, everyone, but Claire, I'm mainly telling you this.
Okay.
I am starting a TikTok for my singing videos. I haven't submitted a singing video. I've recorded my first one. I'm so nervous to like post it,
Go on.
but
You're
I
so good at singing. You have no reason to be nervous. No reason to be nervous.
thanks. Well, I recorded it last week, and I won't say what it is. It's a very old 90s classic, which I love,
I'm gonna sit and
and
cry. I'm gonna sit and weep.
But I thought, you know what? No, screw this. Like, yeah, I've got one. What is holding me back? Me. I'm holding myself back. So I was like, I'm going to set up a little TikTok. Got no idea how to use TikTok, but I thought I'll get a little TikTok and I'll post just a couple, like a smattering of singing videos because I haven't posted a singing video. It's what I used to do way before I started acting. And I
Yeah.
used to, when I was a teenager, like post like videos and stuff up of me singing on YouTube. And I think they're still there. Oh, but some of them are cute, but some of them I was like, oh. But yeah, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna go back to it. I'm gonna get
Just
my little
come on.
tripod out. Yeah, and I
This
thought
one's
for
for me.
me as well. Like, yeah, yeah, and I just thought I'm gonna stick it out on this. So I just thought I'd put that out there as well. So watch this space. You might see the odd random video up here now and again of me singing.
Sounds good. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yay!
I'm gonna repost them.
Oh God, yeah, you'll know to do that. I won't even be able to like. I'll end up like chopping off the video off.
You won't. You won't. And as well, I mean, the only way to learn is by doing it. So,
Yeah, exactly. So if the first few are a bit crap, everyone, sorry. Like,
all right.
my technical skills are gonna improve now that I've got
I
a
wouldn't
mic.
say
I
that our
feel like
first few podcasts were great, but I learned, and there we are, and we learn
no,
as we
and
go.
yeah, but no, you are very skilled at this. Like, you're very good. I'm really, I'm like, I'm so like, I love this mic so much. I'm kind of like, I don't want to like. I've just been putting it back in the wrapper. Like once you
Yeah,
taught
she
Claire,
always
you
goes
gave me
back
a
in
little
the box.
tutorial.
She always
Yeah,
goes
I
back
know.
in the box.
I have to go put it back in the box. But anyway, it's been lovely to chat to you. I've loved this conversation.
And
Let's have more of these
let's have
honest,
more.
open
Let's have many more.
conversations. Yeah, and I'll see you soon.
I'll see you soon, my friend. Love
Mwah.
ya. Thank you very much for
Bye.
listening.